Opening race at Fairgrounds goes to Veronica Litvin and C.J. McMahon. They couldn't have done it without just because he's a thoroughbred racehorse who has now moved on to the ranks of winners and a good start to the early pick 5 at 9-1. 10 on the agenda today, Muddy Off the Turf. It is Weiner Dog Racing Day, and I have brought down from the television room on the 6th floor our graphics operator, Sean Sanchez, and aspiring co-host. And Sean brings you down to join me today.
Happy Weiner Dog Day, first of all, Joe. It is a beautiful day outside. I'm a dog person. You're a cat person. What better day than to come back on the show?
Okay.
Pet adoption is my primary focus today on this segment. All of my dogs in the last 10-plus years have been either adopted or fostered. And I know yours have as well, too, for the most part. So I figured we can talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, I believe the Louisiana SPCA.
That's one of them. Is
fantastic organization, right? They do a lot of things.
They do. Also, there's the Animal Rescue, their Humane Society, and a few other ones that locally around here that do that. I actually have a form from one of them. If you want to adopt, they'll ask questions like, do you rent or own? Are you a student? Do you have a job? Do you have any kids? Is your backyard fenced in? Those kind of things to kind of weed you down.
And you answered yes to all those questions, or most of them. The important one, because they let you adopt.
Oh, yeah. Well, I used to be a student, but yeah, it's, oh, yeah. Hey, dogs love me.
I'm going to correct you.
Love me.
I'm a cat person, but I'm just an animal person. I had dogs all my life. Let's take a look at some of my more recent pets. We're going to start with Pandora and Loki, my Siamese cats, who passed away over the course of the last couple of years at the ages of 17 and 18. And when Pandora passed away, I did wind up having an affinity for Siamese cats. I adopted 2 from a rescue in Lexington, Kentucky. Their names are Sugar and Ray, and they're not Panda and Loki. There you see Ray right there. She's the bigger one. They both kind of sort of look alike, but you know, Sean, wherever they came from, they're 3 and 4 years old now. They were not treated well, and I don't understand how people can mistreat animals.
Yeah, me neither.
They've been slow to come around. I've had them for, basically a year now. They've made a lot of progress. It's very rewarding to see the progress that they've made. But, yeah, there's nothing more rewarding when it comes to pets to me than providing a good home for them. I don't have any kids, so my cats are my kids.
Oh, I agree. My dogs have always been my kids, and sometimes they listen better than kids, too.
Let's take a look at some of your recent dogs.
Okay, here's my current dog, Bruiser, with a Z. He's part Dalmatian, part Pit. I've been having him for about 2.5 years now. That's him in his current form, about 90 pounds of muscle. He's a very alpha personality, still kind of hyper. He hasn't calmed down completely
that
yet,
dog
but
would
he's
eat
getting
my
there.
cat for lunch.
Oh, he would. Now, this picture here, that's when I first adopted him 2.5 years ago. It was the day before Christmas. He was probably half the size he is now, and as you can see, he's eyeing that baked ham dinner there while he's looking at me. Now, that's my previous dog, who I still miss very much. That's Chucky. That's an American Bulldog. Also an alpha personality, but a lot more laid back. He had the personality of a male lion, I like to say. And that's him again at a birthday party. As you can see, he always wanted to be the first one to taste test any kind of dessert that I had. He was the best. I missed him a lot.
Yeah, that should be your profile picture on all of your social media channels. Let's take a look at the horses in the paddock. It is, again, Weiner Dog Racing Day. The first heat will be after this second thoroughbred event as we take a look at the horses in the paddock for this one. And it's a Louisiana bred maiden special weight race. They're going a mile on a muddy racetrack, and there you saw Gamer Nate. He's up there at odds of 9-5, and he's faced some good competition. He's been the runner-up in 4 of 5 lifetime starts, most recently behind Brittany's Dream, who came back to win the Star Guitar Stakes this past Saturday at the fairgrounds. And he's got some natural speed from the gate and may have a tactical advantage. I think this is graduation day for Gamer Nate up there at 9-5, which I actually think is a fair price on him. Sean, I know you like to dabble in handicapping a little bit. What horse did you come up with here?
Well, my picks are going to be the 5, 6, and 1. I had the same horse as you to finish first place. Just a coincidence. I actually picked this horse before your SIG plays came out, so I also think this will be the winner. Corey Lannery's third mount in this horse, had success in the past. Good speed figures on this horse.
That's a good enough reason for me. I agree with all of those factors. As we talk next about the one, St. Gabriel, who was second best two-back at Delta, behind a horse that came back and won an allowance race in the subsequent start. That was 6th last out. That race on February the 17th was on Risen Star Day, won by Benji Star, who ran awesome. Deep field, talented field, and now St. Gabriel gets to stretch out for the first time. Does have pedigree on the dam side that suggests the added distance may work in his favor, and he's getting bet down here, Sean, at odds of 5-2. The second choice on the tote board, my second choice, and I believe your third choice.
My third choice on this one. Strong early pace figures. This is going to be Tom Pilpel's, I believe his third mount, the first here at Fairgrounds. He actually rode this at Delta Downs up there. But, I'm with you on this one, too. A good horse, a good Louisiana-bred horse.
Now, we're talking not only about the races here, also the Weiner dog races. We've got 5 heats. We've got the final coming up after race number 7. Going to have a lot of dog lovers here. You're going to have parents, so to speak, because that's what you basically are with your animals, that are going to be very proud to see their individuals compete for them. What's your whole overall thought on the Weiner dog racing, and how much do you enjoy watching these heats in the finals?
Oh, well, they're always fun to watch. In fact, I might be doing some interviewing later on in the tent with some of these contestants and their doggies. But they're fun to watch. I believe it's like a 30-yard race down there on the dirt, and it's almost fun for me to watch the dogs kind of zigzag on their tracks. They're not actually go from point A to point B. It's almost kind of comical in a way. It's enjoyable.
Right, and some of them, I'm sure, are training for this event. They practice.
Oh, they do, yeah.
Some of these dogs are like professionals at this. Doesn't mean they're not going to have a bad day. Horses have bad days sometimes too, but makes for a lot of fun to see how they compete and how many of them actually cross the finish line.
Yeah, this is a big deal. They actually have these on a circuit, different tracks across the country year round. They actually have some serious contenders in these races.
Serious contender in this race, potentially, at a price, Sean. Regatta Bay, the 7. I'm a little bit surprised by this price, quite honestly. The horse has been competing in good races. Court Jester, Gunner Nate, Uncomfortable Trip, two-back. Last out on the turf, ran an even 5th, but checked very, very hard during the course of the running of the race. Now up there at 7-1, maybe a horse you can utilize in your exactas and trifectas. How do you pick when a dog passes away, right? And I know a lot of people sometimes say, oh, I can't get another pet. I can't go through that. Like, you give these animals, a great home. And, it's going to come to an end at some point. And it's the hardest thing that we have to do. But then to me, it's like, okay, regroup. I've got to give another animal a home. It took me, several months because I was in New Orleans. I didn't want to have to bring new pets from New Orleans back to Kentucky, so I waited until April to get my current kitties. But, what's your thought process, and how do you go about picking who your next dog is going to be?
Well, that first point you make about how do you deal with a loss, I've heard that argument from people that don't want to have a pet, in that they don't want to have a pet so they can lose it and feel sad. I guess I understand that, but me personally, it's when my last dog, Chucky, passed away, I only had him for 3 years. And just to show you how long I can go without a dog, my goal was to go a good week or two and go adopt. I went a good 2 nights, and then 2 days later, I find myself in a shelter looking for another dog.
Yeah.
That's how much
Good for you.
That's how much of a void that is when your pet, who is also a family member, is not there.
Yeah, it's just the positive energy they bring to your day-to-day
Definitely.
existence. And to me, horses, I know these horses are thoroughbreds. They're competing. I'm in a partnership where I get to know these horses and, have a connection with the horses that are racing for us. We try to do the best that we can, for them in aftercare. We had Rosie Napravnik on last week promoting new vocations, et cetera, et cetera. But, Sean, thanks for joining us. Thanks for enlightening us, and keep doing what you do with your pets, buddy.
Thank you, Joe.
All right, Sean Sanchez, everybody. Race number 2 coming up next, followed by the first Weiner dog heat following this second thoroughbred race. Best of luck and enjoy.